day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you to Frostpunk. Now, you probably remember this game because I've streamed it a couple of times, but today, or rather yesterday when you're watching this, today, a new expansion has been released. New scenario. And that scenario is the last autumn. The Empire is collapsing under the strain of climate catastrophe, yet none is willing to admit it openly. A secret project project to build generators is put into motion. So let's have a go at this. Oh, I love this game so much, and being able to play it for the channel just feels, oh, so good.
Personal Journal of Euphemia McLaughlin.
Ooh.
Assistant Engineer at Imperial Exploration Company.
Right.
It's been 5 weeks since we have left the familiar walls of Birmingham behind.
Ah, Birmingham.
Weeks of uncertainty, of struggle, of hope.
Alright.
And finally,
you reached Greenland.
We have reached the shores. We had 3 deaths so far.
That's not too bad.
Or small price for progress, as IEC called it. I can only hope I am going to avoid their fate. They've claimed there was nothing to fear. That this whole journey of ours was just a precaution.
Yep. Totally.
Now,
itchy nose.
it feels like the weather is changing. And the winter seems inevitable.
At least they didn't say winter is coming. Alright, so what do we have to do for this? The last autumn, we crossed the rough northern seas to reach Site 113, where we are to build the greatest marvel of technology. A generator. Your crew, lured by the promise of a steady job and eager to leave the work riots and bread queues behind, are somewhat taken aback by the sight of the desolate landscape surrounding the site. They were told not to ask for details, and there's no turning back now. There's no consensus why this contract has such a high priority, considering the deteriorating situation of the Empire. But your superiors are clear. This is the most important job of your life. For Queen and Country! I've never heard such a brilliant statement. For Queen and Country! Basic facilities. Before you start building the generator, you have to set up basic supply infrastructure. This means building the docks and gathering resources, piling up by them. You'll also need a raw food source. The fishing harbor or a forager's camp set up by a food source somewhere in the plains. Where are the plains? Right, so if this is just a typical Frostpunk game. Oh. 2 invalid placement, too close to the generator. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, what else do we have? Medical, food. Yeah, and a workshop. Can everyone just start, gathering all of the possible stuff we possibly can, please? Like, we need steel, we need wood, we don't need coal. This is a weird concept. We're playing Frostpunk and we don't need coal. How the hell does this work? Alright, well, let's just, I suppose, build some houses, I guess. Well, actually, Actually, I remember how to play this game. You don't build our houses until they ask for them. That's how you abuse the beginning of the game. It's positive 10 degrees. Oh my god, we've got positive degrees. What is this game?
Come on, get moving. Time to work.
What was that? Come on, get working. A word of advice. First steps. Sir, our employer, the Imperial Exploration Company, has prepared the site for us. Besides digging the enormous shaft for the underground part of the generator, they left some construction materials behind to get us started. We should set up camp and clear around the shaft to make space for the construction facilities. In other words, the very first thing I did. There are 5 camps, and, you know, yeah. So get to work. It's always nice being able to admire watching the people. My only problem was that you could never, like, fully zoom in to watch everyone, you know? Alright, well, we definitely have the wood required to build all their houses now.
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
And what's this? Idle hands. As the first workday ends, people start gathering in small groups to chat or play cards. A couple of workers are throwing stones down down the huge central shaft. Deep, ain't it? And to think we have to work down there. Out of boredom, or maybe to exercise their fears, more workers join in. Soon rocks start raining down the hole. This might be dangerous, but the camp offers very little entertainment. You know what? I think it's too dangerous to let them continue doing that sort of thing. Also, I just thought I need to make a law. Administration. What are the new laws available? Cocaine pills? Cocaine pills? Okay. Right. What can we build? Public house, a chapel, on-site burials, reparation of bodies. We will lay our dead out to rest in English soil. Their bodies will be kept in the morgue until they can be transported. Ooh. Oh, this is a very interesting thing. Huh. We will consign the bodies of our dead to the stony soil of this faraway land. It would be too expensive to bring them back to England. Each burial will decrease motivation. Motivation will fall slightly. Preparing bodies for transport costs wood. You will have to build a morgue. And then we got sustain life and radical treatment, as per normal. A bathhouse. Bathhouses would protect our people from sickness, promoting healthy eating, promoting healthy habits. People living near a working bathhouse are less likely to fall ill. Oh, interesting. So they're like a building we build others around. We can cook gruel instead of full meals to feed people more with the same amount of food. Okay. Eating gruel will cause discontent. Discontent will rise. Motivation will fall. Yeah, usual stuff. Hearty meals. We could serve tastier and more nutritious food to motivate our people. Of course, this would require more raw food to prepare. We need food. Actually, we need bloody workshops. I should have built them already. Damn me for not building them. Get to work. Build the workshops. We need those desperately. Just to see what's inside the tech more than anything. Profiles manufacture. Sure. Allows us to build profiles manufacture to provide structural profiles required to build the generator. Makes sense. Foragers' quarters. Yes. Docks. Well, frankly, I really think the sawmill is really quite necessary right now. As much as I would really love the forager's hut. But we do actually have a fair amount of raw food right now. The problem is we are going to run out of stuff relatively quickly, I find. Three of the homeless fell ill. There, see, this is how we get up motivation. I will provide shelter for everyone. Once you gather more wood. Tomorrow morning. I mean, you're giving me 2 days to do it. We're perfectly fine. And there's tons of wood in here. New day, new shift, everyone! Get chop, get working! I can't actually have increased work hours, can I? Oh, that's bad. Well, I mean, I probably should have a bathhouse, just because it makes things better. Well, let's start making tents. There are very bored people, and they need jobs. What correlates as a job? Building. Oh, this bathhouse is so bloody freaking awkward, isn't it? Just due to its size, Jesus Christ. The sawmill has been researched. Excellent, that's exactly what we needed. Now, faster gathering, please. Then we're going to need to start chopping everything down. And by everything, I mean everything. It all must go. Question is, where do we put this bloody thing? And there is a very good starting point. Come on, people, build! Build, build, build! Bathhouse established. Motivation rises. Glorious. I don't have enough wood to provide a tent for everyone, do I? Nope, I did not. Well, don't worry. We can do the rest tomorrow. Because now we have a sawmill, which people are going to be gathering wood from. Aren't you? Guys, yes! How do I... Could not activate. Requires coal. Of course it bloody requires coal. Alright, so what are these then? Crowded quarters. We could house more people if we cut the space allowance a bit. Although nobody is going to be happy about it. Housing buildings will accommodate 12 people. Discontent will rise permanently. We could make our people happy, providing them with more living space. I mean, I'd consider that the better option, but we can't take it right now. Also, we need a bloody food house. Also, we can't make a bloody food house. So you know what? Build yourselves another bloody tent. Come, people, come! Reality check. As the camp wakes up under the dark rain clouds, the mood among our people turns gloomy. Nobody told us we'll be sent to the end of nowhere, they grumble. There is nothing for us to do here but work. And they are going to stay a while in this remote, cold, miserable place. If you don't keep their motivation up, the efficiency will suffer. Motivation will fall each morning. Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Well, we'll give the people church.
Everybody, new regulations.
We obviously give the people whatchamacallit to make up for it. Food. Or rather, not food, what's the term I'm thinking of? Right, how many houses are left needed to be occupied? Not many. That'll be 8 houses. So then we just need that one last one. And that'll be good. And then obviously this church is obviously too big and it's going to be a bloody little pest. So obviously we place it next to the workshop because science is the true religion. Alright guys, there we go. You have your jobs for that. And now we got that. So we really, really, really need you to build one of these things. You know, the food. Foragers' quarters researched. Excellent. Excellent. Well done. What's left? Docks. We need docks. Give us docks. In the meanwhile, build the bloody houses. So that you can all stop whining and I can complete my job task. Chapel has been built. Magnificent. And the shelters have been built. You can now stop whining. I'm not gonna have the same level of tyranny available to me as I always did before, am I? I don't know what to do with the meals. I really don't. Radical treatment or sustain life. Sustain life is always the option. Yeah, you always take sustain life. There's no other option for that. Then in the meanwhile, if you could please... Is that the same medical post? Wow, it is. Actually, first, let's make sure... Oh my gosh, the chapel works in the fact of like the chapel in the original. In that it only applies to people near it. Damn it! I suppose it's better than letting them die. It is better than letting them die. That's the correct way of thinking. The docks have been researched. Excellent. We're going to now start building the docks then, aren't we? Those are huge. I did not expect them to be so big. I mean, yes, they're docks, but still. How do I connect that to a road? Septic. You overhear two workers arguing over the reality of the global cooling. You really believe this end of the world rubbish? Me, I'm just here for the money. When we're done, when we're done with all this mad scheme, I can move my family out of St. Giles. Well, then you're a fool, because you'll all die when the frost comes. He turns to you. Ain't it the truth, sir? Mind your work, lads. So the science says. Only fools doubt it. Motivation will rise, discontent will rise. Motivation will rise slightly, discontent will fall slightly. I think I'll just go for the motivation. So the science says. Yeah, that really was slightly. Alright, guys. How many people don't have jobs? Alright, it's time for us to start researching that. We need food. Where the hell... Allows us to send foragers into who search the wilderness for supplies. Oh, that's just basically the same thing as the normal gathering hunt. God damn it. Alright, all the resources have now been fulfilled. Meaning, it is now time for us to start... Ooh. Oh, that's good. That's good. Reloading station. Allows us to build reloading stations which gather resources piling up at the docks. Machine shop. Allows us to build a machine shop and produce steam exchangers necessary for the generator. Okay, makes sense. Allows us to build a ventilation plant, which improves work safety across the construction site, consuming 25 coal per hour. Well, we're not building coal right now. Foragers' carts. Foragers move 50% faster. Allows us to build another foragers' quarter and form an additional team of foragers. Oh, they work like that, do they? Well, let us build the fishing harbour. Yeah, you guys work like that. I see now. Well, I didn't think that's what the foragers would be doing. Right, what do we need now? Evening service. Increase evening service. New ability, evening service. Slightly increases motivation. It costs food rations, like it did in the original. You know what? We need to build stuff, and I see no problem with building that. So from the looks of it, because there's 4 docks, we need 1 for fishing and then 1 for every resource. Deer tracks. Move on. A partially eaten deer carcass lies in the circle of a blood-stained earth. Yeah, I'd definitely say we're in Greenland. Hunting grounds, nesting place. You know what? Try the nesting place. See what you find. Telegraph station. Now that we have built the basic resource infrastructure, we can set about bringing more people and steam cores from England. To do this, we have to build a telegraph station. Okay. That requires a lot of stuff. Indignant engineer. An engineer complains to you. Sir, it seems I've been mistakenly lodged in a tent full of workers. Now, you see, I don't have anything against workers, but they're quite loud and, well, they sort of smell. Could you make sure that I get moved to an engineer's tent? Certainly. We got no discontent right now. The workers can just put up with the fact that he's a little racist. Okay. Man, those generate quite quickly. Do those, you know, boats. Docks. Alright. What else we got? What else we got? I do need to build these. Those are the priorities, I'd think. But I don't know if I'm under a time limit. Is also the thing. Of course I'm under a time limit. We're fighting the winter. What am I talking about? Increase the efficiency of the sawmill, please. Just because we need to chop it all to tiny little pieces. And we need to waste as little space as possible, and we do that by chopping as many trees down as possible. Also, I need to build those fishing docks, don't I? Yes. What did it say I needed to build them? 40 wood, 10 steel. Easy! There we go. Man, this really is different from the normal game. This unassailable rock is the nesting place for numerable birds. You found nothing. Lake full of fish. You know what? Go to the lake full of fish. That sounds positive. And very promising as a promise for food. Now we can build a telegraph tower. How big is it? Same size, a triple size, just like many others. Right. How wide is a chapel? 3. Damn. Of course it had to be 3 wide. Well, I want to build a chapel right there and delete this one. Because I clearly didn't realize how the chapel was meant to work. And for that, I apologize. Now you can all start praising Jesus and God and me. And then we don't have to worry as much. I'm surprised we don't have extended work shifts in this scenario. Actually, no. Everyone would, like, die. Or hate us. We can set up camp here to supply raw food to the construction site. That's very good. The camp will deliver 80 raw food every day. I like the sound of that. Do that. We can work with that. How much raw food does this normally provide? 4.5 an hour. How much is that? Allows us to build another forager's quarters to form an additional team of foragers. Can I not build another one of these right now? Oh no. No, I can't. Huh. That's awkward. Maybe that wouldn't be so bad, just to be able to research everything. What else would be good? Tier 2 tech! That would also be really good. Let's do that. And then you know what, guys? Just, frankly, I think one of the best things we can possibly build right now is another dock. And start getting some steel pulled into here. Actually, you know what? This one can stop producing stone and can start producing steel. You've already researched the tier 2 techs. Nice, good on ya. Upgraded docks. Allows us to build upgraded docks to unload even more resources for forming 2 even piles. Ooh, very nice. Steam sawmill. Processes frozen trees faster. Not bad, not bad. Finer mesh. Increase efficiency. Not bad, not bad. Foundry. You know what? Let's go with the profiles thing, because we need one of those. And then we'll work on trying to figure out a law. Care house. Care house would be really good right now. But so would overcrowding. Do we have anyone sick right now? No. No, we don't. I don't need those at all. I'm gonna go for the care house. just so that it works. And because apparently it's harder to build than I thought it would be. I really should have built, like, the workshops and whatnot there. You know, if I build it there, it benefits from the... They're already ill if they're already ill. What's it matter if I build it? Build that there. And then a road. Good. Well, it means more beds and more food for the rest of us. It's a practical solution, and in our situation, that's what counts. Yes! Everyone agrees with me! Now we've got 3 gravely ill people in their lovely little care house. Put up with it. Now we're going to have some sermons to increase our motivation. Glorious. Now, we've built that. I have no idea what that needs to do. But we need it all the same, more than likely. I feel we need an upgraded docks. But I can't build that because I don't have steel. Ah. Now I realize where I've gone wrong. Docks are idle. Sir, the docks await your orders. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, we might want to do that. Right, okay. So, what do I need to build? A telegraph tower. I need steel. You are very bad at gathering steel. Can I please get extended work shifts? Prosthesis shipments. Prosthesis ordered through the telegraph station. We can't build them ourselves this game. Interesting. Medical reparation. Residents of the care house will be sent back to London, freeing space and no longer consuming food. Ooh! That's bad! Because I can build an infirmary in the end. To heal them. No, we don't want that. But we need something. Public house. I can only have one of them, so it doesn't matter where I build it. Build it there, right next to the docks. Right next to the medical tent. That's where it needs to be. Public house is now inactive for working condition. Good. There is very little wood left in that sawmill. Fine. I can put up with that. We need to research something, but we can't research anything because we need to just save our steel. We need to save our steel to make a telegraph station. That's the most important thing right now. Gather that steel better. Oh my god, how slowly do you gather steel? I need to make sure... Overcrowding is definitely the better option for these. Even if extra rations isn't actually that bad. What's House of Pleasure? Prostitutes can be employed in the public house to increase motivation. I mean, makes sense. Bare knuckle bouts. Evening bouts will reduce discontent. I'd rather have more motivation. Oh, jeez, that increased the motivation quite a bit. There goes the hope that we left this rot in Britain. Lady! Just because they're a prostitute doesn't mean they're rot. That's rather rude. Don't you think? Oh, and now we can build a telegraph tower. Can we destroy this? Please, guys, thank you. I built that wrong. We're building a telegraph tower right there. And then we're going to rebuild that little cookhouse right there, just because it fits so perfectly. And then I'm just going to connect that up, just for the sake of connecting it up, just so that it looks nice. What? You've been warned about the consequences, and yet you failed to meet another milestone. You're fired and sent home on the first outbound ship. Your replacement is on the way. Let's hope it's one of the titans of industry. We're doing that again, everyone! Okay. So, I was under a time limit, and I goofed. Because Parafox does goof. Because Parafox is a Parafox. And Parafox, more often than not, does a goof. So needless to say, because of the fact we done goofed, we need to fix said goof. And we fix said goof by making sure we're researching immediately this time. What's your first steps of advice? Yes, I know them. I have done this already, and quite annoyingly, I failed before. Okay, so what do we need? We need docks. Or a sawmill. No, docks. Docks can start us getting our steel. That's the important the important starting point. Good. Now we can build a sawmill. And that will be completed tomorrow. That research. And we won't have to, and we won't build the thing properly wrong again. And again, I forgot to build a bloody bathhouse. The bathhouse was a good idea. What's the area of a bathhouse again? Like that. So, to fully benefit, I probably... 1, 2, that's one house. 2, 3, that's 2 houses. But I probably want as wide an area as possible. And to make sure I build as many houses as possible. So that there is probably the best location, just to cover the most amount of ground. Boom. We will then also need houses within that area. And there is the widest it can go. So we build one there, and then we'd get 5 accustomed to the bathhouse. Glorious. Stop building, boys and girls. Or men and ladies. Do we even have children in this? By the way, if you guys are getting sick at 10 degrees, you are the worst Brits I've ever seen. Because the British deal with temperatures like that on a daily basis. I know everyone I encounter are normally wusses that refuse to have anything to do with it, but still. Alright, we need to save our wood to build... to get faster researching now, because now we can build a sawmill. And a sawmill is very important. Because a sawmill means we start gathering even more wood. Alright guys, start building that, and then by tomorrow we should probably have the required, you know, whatchamacallit, wood. We should probably have the required wood. But we do need to make sure we're permanently researching. And also I must remember that I do actually need to build them a path as well. Which I can't do until they fully take out all the wood and whatnot. So guys, if you want to make sure you do that, you want to make sure you have a house, take out all the wood. Oh god, I do actually have a time limit for this. 6 days. I got 6 days. I can do this. Can I even sign a law right now? I can sign a law right now. Let us sign the... I have to wait an hour. Then don't tell me to sign a law to raise motivation. There! Now you can get a bloody, whatchamacallit, chapel. Okay. Now then. Another house, another house, another house, and the final house. Now we need to build them a path. And at this point, I don't care about the fact that we probably are going to be lacking efficiency of wood. Foragers have been researched. Excellent. Also, you know what else we need? A cookhouse. Build a cookhouse. And then build this profiles thing. Come on, guys. I don't have that long to give you all houses, you whiny bastards. Wow, you researched that just as the day finished. Congratulations, you're not incompetent. Well, now we need the drawing boards. Come on, come on. Motivation rises. Glorious. And don't worry, guys, you're all gonna start getting fed tomorrow. Just don't ask me what with. And we now also have a chapel. Amazing. Now, what we need is a bloody medical hut. Because I'm a lazy. And forgot about that. Mind your work, lads. The science says we're doing fine. And I believe in science. Okay, the wood has all been depleted now. Glorious. That means it's time for us to build a dock. Preferably 2. But we also need to build that generator building. And this needs to do whatever the hell this needs to do. We need a fishing harbor. Yes. Give me that fishing harbor. We can't build the fishing harbor yet, but we can do that, and it can start producing us steel. I need to activate a fishing harbor or start gathering resources piled up at docks. Yeah, I can do both of those. That's easy. Yeah, I need to build a care house next. I think a care house will fit there quite nicely. Because 2 houses won't. And if I can fit a care house right there, that would be perfect. Telegraph tower. Yes! You know what? I'm not gonna waste time this time. We're building that. Now! Now! If you don't mind. Because, dear Britain, we need a workforce. And yes, you may leave your tent of you arrogant little twat. Right. Next upgrade. Next upgrade. We need a saw upgrade. Sawmill upgrade. That works. Fishing harbor. I need more wood. I no longer need more wood. The line is open. Good work on setting up the construction camp. Now that we have a line of communication, use it to request resources. We will provide what we can, but be aware that your camp is not the only project we supply. There are 2 other construction sites in your area. Together, these 3 generators will secure shelter for inhabitants of Liverpool. Should the worst happen, their fate is in your hands. Do not let them down. You can now order resources from the telegraph tower. And what's the cost? Logistical limit. This limit rises over time. It reflects the current logistical means assigned to the construction site. So, I want more workers. I'll get 20 more workers in a day. Not bad. Book of laws. Can we build a care house right here? Yes, we may. Perfect. Why is there only one of you? Oh, did an engineer get sick? God damn it. Fine. Whatever. Medical post. Medical post. Medical post is probably not a bad one, honestly. But it is also a case of I should have spent that wood on being able to build another, whatchamacallit. Yeah. One of the engineers got bloody gravely sick. Damn it! What are the luck of these things? Alright, well, anyway, next, guys, we need to build ourselves a foraging hut. Generator shaft structure. Now that you have the basic infrastructure, it's time to start the construction of the generator. Build a profiles manufacturer and then provide 8 structural profiles. This will allow you to set up set it up. Status, about 3 days ahead of schedule. Deadline, day 16. Alright, I can make a new law. And that law is going to be a public house. Just so that once again, everyone stops whining at me. If you haven't noticed a key theme by now, guys, about what I like you not to do, there's something wrong with you all. Oh, what happened now? Bodo photography. Sir, supply ships bring post for the crew from time to time. For security reasons, all letters are opened and read, but we may sometimes ask you for instructions. In this case, one of our people received a passionate letter from a lady friend, together with a highly suggestive photograph. Are we to allow this shameless debauchery? I mean... who am I to stand between lovers? Alright, so... I have to build a forager's hut next. That's the main thing. Because, in the end, we are running low on food. But I do need a lot more wood in order to do that. Damn it! About 4 days ahead of schedule. Wasn't I 3 days ahead of schedule yesterday? What is this schedule? I've basically 9 days, almost, to do everything. Okay. Interesting. Well, now that we have a pleasure house, now that we have a public house, let's have a pleasure house.
New company rules are in place.
And who... Look! I have clearly allowed the debauchery in my lovely, lovely establishment. And if I'm allowing one bit of debauchery, I'm clearly going to allow all of it. Because who am I to be you know, what am I called it? Releasing tensions. So, 2 of our people got into a fistfight, apparently over a lewd picture that came by the mail earlier. Nothing too serious, although one of them got a sprained wrist. The original recipient of the picture is clamoring to get it back, while the other man insists that he won it fair and square in a game of whisk. As it is difficult to tell where the truth lies, people seem to expect you to settle it. Then I say confiscate the picture. People, if you can't respect another man's porn, then don't get any yourself. I tried to make sure this place had enough debauchery to keep you all satisfied, but apparently you're not satisfied enough. And if you can't be satisfied with the little I give you, then you can be satisfied with none. Now, foragers, head out. It's about time. Oh, wow, we got a big logistical limit increase. You know what? I need an engineer. I need another 10 workers. I need to chop all these trees down, quite frankly. You know what? Last time I sent you to the nesting place. Let's go to the hunting grounds. I want to see what other places you can explore, noble little foragers. Now we really just need resources. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to take 10 of you out of there for good reason and put you into there. Start making wood. You guys have no resources left to build. So break that damn place and then replace it over... where's the sawmill? Here. Because we need those trees dead and gone if we want to make new people for our little housing encampment here. Ooh, I can just set up raw food there. Well, that would have saved a trip in the last one. Still, where's the other place go? What else can I do in this place? Hearty meals doesn't actually seem like a bad idea, considering. Because we definitely don't have a food shortage, I don't think, in this. Especially with the amount of stuff there is. But overcrowding is just a good, let's just shove it out the way kind of scenario right now. We're just throwing away responsibility. There are many fish jumping in the waterfall. There are fish jumping in the water. Not many, but enough for a meal for the team. Perhaps we'll find more upstream. Rapids. Go to the rapids. Tell me what you find. Work safety. Safety concerns. Why the hell are you choking? Sir, a few of our people fell ill from breathing strange fumes wafting from the shaft. It could have been worse. One of them passed out and fell from a scaffolding. We can't ignore health hazards any longer. From now on, the safety level of every workplace at the construction site will be monitored. If it's low, people working there will get sick. If it's very low, they might get injured or die. I have 2 days to pass a law involving improving safety. Okay. Oh! Now we get a new law book! I gotta wait 3 hours. Well, I guess that makes sense. So, what do we have? Short shift. Building in a generator is exhausting and dangerous. When people are not overworked, they make less mistakes. New shift length. You will shorten the workday in the construction facility to 8 hours. What is it normally? 10? I think it's 10. Using the short shift raises work safety by 1. Motivation will increase slightly. Okay. Extended shift. You can extend the workday. Makes sense. Workday in any facility. Yeah, that's a needed one. You can permanently extend the workday in any facility to 24 hours. Workplaces on 2 shift need double manpower. Working on 2 shifts causes discontent. Discontent will rise slightly. Why would it cause discontent? It's an efficient system! Bah! Stupid people. Look, I feel like just ordering a couple of Steam cores right now because just so I can abuse the logistical limits. Okay. They're increasing. Now we can start researching tier 2 stuff. In the meanwhile, the rapids. What do we find in the rapids? Nothing. Mountain Lake, please. How are we doing for schedule? We're 2 days ahead of schedule. Troubled father. Sir, a worker received a letter from his wife informing him that one of his daughters is gravely ill. Dire news such as this may impact the morale of the crew. Should we redact the part about the sick daughter? Yes. Unhappy workers are inefficient workers, and discontent didn't even get touched. What's this disciplinary then? We could use the newest experimental medicines to treat the gravely ill. Treatment can have side effects. Then why would I build it when we can get an infirmary later on? I really feel like going with the worker safety. Or the short shift, quite frankly, because I don't need the stuff right. You know what? We'll go with safety procedures for now. You introduce your first safety law as promised. Motivation rises. Glorious. That's what we like to hear. What's the safety of this place? 1. Oh, so worker safety is basically the same as the heat level of the old place. Okay. How's this doing at chopping all the trees down? Not very well. There's still plenty of trees. Why are there still plenty of trees? Chop down the trees! That House of Pleasure is really getting a lot of... Who died and why? One of our people just died. Sickness, accidents, and deadly cold will keep claiming lives in this harsh world. God damn it! Alright, what's this mountain lake gotta say? 80 raw food every... What? You know what? Screw it! Set up camp! Whatever. I'm fed up with that. Is it only being food? And also, yes, send me a worker. An engineer. Oh, I have a time limit on shipping, do I? Oh, I have to wait for the previous shipment to arrive before I get the new shipment, do I? Transport has arrived. Good, let the transport arrive. We needed that. Next. We need to figure out this stuff. What's this? Reduces the material of structural profiles by 20%. Okay. Increases the efficiency of the harbor. Pretty damn good. A steel sawmill. Also very good. You know what? I feel like I need the reloading station just because it'll be faster. Also, yes, I need to do something about the bodies now, don't I? God damn it. Huh. So, each death decreases motivation. Or, each death costs me wood. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that one. High motivation. Sir, people are so highly motivated that many of them perform their jobs with enthusiasm. The efficiency in all workplaces rises as a result. Thank you. I'm doing the right thing, clearly, then. So we're gonna put the morgue over here, right next to, you know, the docks, because people entering this place need to know what they're getting themselves into. Alright, I now have... How do I set up the structure? Structure shaft! There we go! I've got no one to make that. Well, Christ. Okay, fine. Fine, we need workers. Give me more workers. I'll dump them somewhere. Here. 1, 2, 3. There. Tents. Go. Unloading station researched. Glorious. Where do I put that? I put that on the dock itself. Brilliant. What do I need to research next? Faster gathering. I don't think I need that if I'm using a reloading station. You know what? I think those protective structures are actually going to be required. So if you would not mind, get to it. I wish I knew how efficient that thing would be. Morgue built. Yay. So how many bodies are there? None at the moment. Good. We just dumped the guy that died in the water, clearly. Oh, I should have shipped in an engineer, damn it. Oh, these houses are surprisingly empty, actually. Alright, next law. What's this? After hours equipment maintenance. After finishing their shift, workers will spend some time cleaning and maintaining their equipment to keep it in safe, optimal conditions. Accident risk will be reduced in all workplaces. Discontent will rise permanently. I don't care about your bloody discontent. Safety measures first, people! I actually want to pretend that I care about your lives. After all, bad omen. This morning the camp is strangely quiet. People pass the bad news in hushed voices. An owl is perched atop the scaffolding. Despite it being broad daylight, they were superstitious in even the best of times, but here in this remote, harsh place, they see it as a worst omen, worse than a herd of black cats. Construction site workers refuse to return to work while the bloody bird sits there. They also say that to shoo it away would bring even worse luck. Oh, if it's only 4 hours, fine. I'm not putting up with more crap. What are we? We're a day ahead of schedule. We're pretty behind schedule, quite frankly, people. Oh, I did order the engineer. Glorious. Well, the engineer's going to work. We're getting 10 people in here. We're making 6 more structural profiles. And the other 20 are working in there. Now let's just try and hope that we still have enough food. Right. Next law. The next law. Work shift coordination, extended shift compensations. I kind of want to choose both and just see what they do. We actually have really high motivation right now, don't we? Yes. Current effect on efficiency, 30%. That's good. So we don't really need any laws to increase efficiency. What's this? Company funerals. Sending bodies to London will increase motivation more. Preparing bodies for transport will cost steel instead of... No! No! Screw off! No! You know what? Let's take the short shift. And just grab that just to see what happens. Mostly because it says it can be shortened. Not that it will be shortened. What's work standardization? Workplaces will be 10% more efficient during short shifts. People working on short shifts are well rested. If we plan their work carefully, we can use their full potential. So now it's the question of what's more efficient. The 10% short... 2 less hours. It is 2, right? Yeah, 2 less hours at 10% more, or just 2 more hours. And I lean towards the 2% more. The 2 more hours, quite frankly. You gather your gather rate of that stuff has basically just octupled. Oh, you're out of wood, are you? Well, we can't have that. This place we must gather all the wood around here. Just for the space. I don't care about gathering the wood, I just need the space. Same applies to you. Right. Now I can build that. If I build that there, I can't build a house there, unfortunately. Which is awkward. But if I build that one first, I can build one there. What? Whatever. What the hell ever. Build those damn houses, and then build another sawmill right here. Or here. Or just somewhere. Oh, what's now? A taste of home. Sir, although many people back home are facing starvation, a well-off relative of one of our engineers sent him a large parcel full of treats. Should we hold on to the food? It may stir trouble, or, God forbid, fuel a parallel economy. You know what? We'll confiscate it. Just so that we have the extra food rations. Toxic gas. Oh, God. Sir, we have a situation. We've detected dangerous concentration of toxic gases across the whole construction site. Breathing them in will make people sick, but we'll keep them working. We have no choice. The gases are venting from the depths of the source. Then their toxicity level changes constantly. We will monitor it and warn you about any changes 24 hours in advance. Workplace safety falls by 1 level. Well, it's a good thing I have those structural supports. What are you guys building next? And why isn't it the tier 4? Considering tier 4 is literally where we get the infirmary. So what's this works? I don't like that. That would not be useful. What about the administration? What have we got? Bare knuckle bouts. I don't have discontent. I don't need to worry about that. I kind of want to get the hearty meals or something just to see what the hell the cocaine pills are all about. There's no lore I want. There's no lore I want right now. We're we're perfectly happy. Our discontent is fine. What's my... what am I calling it right now? Housing? How many housing do I have? Vacant beds. 80. Seriously? Then send me 30 more workers. I don't care if they don't have a job yet. I'll find them a job. According to this, it'll take about a day to finish the stuff. So we're going to finish it on schedule, it seems. Tier 3. Perfect. What's this then? Improved structure reduces it to 4. Excellent. Various modifications will improve workplace facility at Profiles manufacturer by 1 level. That's not important. The infirmary is. Sawmill extension range. That's an important one. Please do that. Honestly, I should be stopping now, because this has been going on for an hour and a half. Promised rest. Sir, people complain that the short shift law you signed some time ago still has not been put into effect. I've heard enough promises in my life. I'm not going to wait forever, says an old wielder. A foreman nods and says, if our boss counts on us forgetting what he said, he's going to be disappointed. It's hard to keep motivation when the people feel like they've been cheated. Fuck. Well, your motivation did not bloody fall. What day are we on? 13. I've got 3 days to make sure I finish that. Toxic gas will fall tomorrow. Brilliant. Transportation has arrived. Excellent. More workers to the pit. To the pit! Then what else do we need? Frankly, another forager wouldn't be a bad idea. What else do I need, though? Right now, I need to probably build these guys another chapel. Just so that they start feeling somewhat motivated. I got plenty of workers. And we're running plenty ahead of time. I'm honestly thinking that because I will need to eventually... Actually, I just realized you're not even doing anything, are you, Mr. Bathhouse? So yeah, you know what? We'll do something about that. We'll make another dock. And then I'll make a reload station for that dock. And then that dock can produce us coal. Harbingers of doom. People across the whole camp leap to their feet, awakened by the sound of angry screeches. Dozens of huge birds are circling over the construction site. The owls are back, moaned terrified workers. It's a sign. The heavens warn us. We shouldn't be here. We're doomed. After a while, the birds disappear, but how much did it fall? God, I hate these stupid birds. Good response! They're birds! They're bloody evil! You know what? We probably want upgraded docks. Just to start gathering more stuff. I don't think that would be a bad idea. Although we do need an infirmary. Build an infirmary. Oh, what's going on now? What the... Workers trapped. Sir, an explosion in the generator's foundations caused a tunnel collapse, trapping several workers. Unfortunately, we can't send a rescue team since we don't have one. Due to the low priority given to the workspace safety in the shaft, the crews working there lack adequate training. Well, I want to save them. Good. Take them to the medic for a checkup. Yeah. The construction site. What? A worker climbs on an overturned wheelbarrow and shouts to his fellows, "We saved our friends, sure, this time, but as long as this deadline is more important than us, such catastrophes will keep happening. Who's slave now that to repair the damage? How many of us won't make it to our home in one piece?" Negotiate. 4-hour cooldown. Well, everyone, I think this is a good place to stop it for today, because that was quite the dramatic ending. So, everyone, what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today? I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that, until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.